Hey guys, it's Kane. Welcome to another Autism Digest interview. Today we have another amazing individual I'm excited to talk to. He's the CEO of Autism Rocks and Rolls, the host of the Autism Rocks and Rolls podcast, which I was one of many guests he's interviewed on. He's interviewed such people as Mick Foley, Kane, Buff Bagwell, Ryan Steiner, James Durbin, Dr. Temple Grandin, Marc Copani, Bill DeMott. Honestly, it could take all day to list the people he's interviewed. He's interviewed so many. He's a public speaker who's even had his own TedX talk. He is Mr. Sam Mitchell. Thanks for coming on, Sam.
Yeah, man, not a problem. You did list a lot of people. We could be here all day about those people.
My first question for you is, for those that may not know you, do you mind telling a bit of your story in your own words?
Well, you kind of did already, but sure. Hello, everybody. My name is Sam Mitchell. I run a podcast called Autism Rocks and Rolls. It's a podcast about autism and how we cope. It's about autism and how we cope with daily struggles that you may or may not understand. Through the podcast, it's grown so much. I developed sponsors, a board, speaking services, and event services in my hometown of Indiana, which is where we're from. Well, not we're from, I'm from.
Yeah, that's a really good story, and you've come a long way. My next question for you is, how do you think autism helps you when you're running a nonprofit, hosting your podcast, and doing these amazing public speaking engagements?
Well, I think it helps me because I have the structure in my brain. I think we both can testify. We both need structure in our lives, and the structure it presents me is, I think, what helps me make the podcast grow and the speaking engagements continue to speak on.
I absolutely agree. I'm the same way when doing projects for this platform. I need structure, and I get so committed to a task, especially when it comes to finding the emails of the management and the artists and the celebrities that I interview. So I can definitely attest to that, which leads to my next question for you. People say when hosting a podcast that the individuals they interview are great to talk to, but it's the management that might be difficult. I can definitely attest to this. There's been countless situations where it's been difficult for me to get to the artist at first because I have to go through their management. As someone who's been doing a podcast for years now, what's your tip for handling the management of an individual that may want to be interviewed?
Well, this is my tip. If you could get to them first, go to them first directly. Just get the management. If you have to go through management, okay, because there may not be a way to get to them. But if they got direct contact information, go to them. I mean, Al Snow is directly. RVD, I got him on through directly. Raven, he was through the publicist. He was fell through the crack deal. Victoria, straight through the person. Buff Bagwell, straight through the person. Marc Copani, you listen, straight through the person. Just go through them. It's better to do them than the management, because I think no against the management, but sometimes management doesn't want to listen to us.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. The management teams I've been able to book for this platform personally have been a pleasure to work with. I was able to book Ronnie Whitner of the Red Jumpsuit apparatus previously. His management was amazing to work with and super duper accommodating towards scheduling. Fighting's management was a pleasure, but I absolutely agree. Sometimes it's better to go straight through the individual. Well, I can definitely attest to that. My next question for you is, you're a public speaker. How do you handle pre-speech jitters when you're about to go on stage?
Well, oddly enough, I don't have those, because I think through most of my life, I've heard boos that I'm expected to get booed out of the building. It's not the best mindset to have, but it's worked, and it's led me to speak at conferences.
I definitely respect that. I think it's all about doing it more and more, or in order to build that confidence. When I first started doing these interviews and advocating for autism awareness, I was a bit nervous too. But I found that the more I did them, the more I interacted with people and worked and everything else, the more I was able to develop my skills. I still have
Right.
some issues. That's everyone. That's just the way the real world works. But I
And
absolutely
you
agree
know, to
that
think about it, what's the worst they can do? Right? The person on the other end says no. Management says no. Okay. I'm actually speaking at a special education conference this week. But before that, do you know how many no's I got before
yeah,
I got booked with that? Several. I got a no recently on a conference that was paid. Okay, but you know what? There's another yes down the line. So my suggestion I would say is, despite there being so many no's, I'm sure down the line there will be one yes.
yeah, exactly. And I have a better analogy. I'm working with someone right now to get a proper full-time job for after graduation, and she said something that I want to share with you. Job speaking engagements and opportunities are like flowers. You got to go through the weeds to get the best one. So I'm definitely like what you said about how you only need one. Yes, I just want to expand on that a bit. My last question for you is, what does the future hold for you? Do you have anything that you want to promote?
Well, let's see here. I mean, we have a children's book in the works of the hands of a publisher called Journey. My special education conference I'll be speaking at this week is going to talk about how we can help those with autism be better in special education. And then I have a virtual conference, I believe, coming up in March about disabilities. And I'll also be a vendor again for the Square Circle Expo, big pro wrestling convention. So if you're around in March 29th and 30th, come and see me.
All of that sounds great. Anyways, that's going to do it for this interview, guys. Thank you so much to Sam for coming on and sharing his story. If you guys want to see more amazing interviews, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the Autism Digest channel. Our November issue is out now. It looks a little something like this. If you want to get yours today, go to autismdigest.com and stay tuned for the audio file of this interview to be posted on our Spotify. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.